Ooh, child, did y'all hear that it's another accidental pum done by a toddler, a kid, because they parent left the pum in the car. Out of Memphis, Tennessee. I don't know who the victim is or who the child is yet. This still pending. This happened about 3 days ago.
Yes. Mama, what's going on? Day in the life of a Memphian. What's going on? Crime scene, tape. Is it a crazy open? I don't know what's going on, Slim. What's going on, Slim? Oh, they trying to get at. Get at. Oh, somebody shot through the window, cut.
All I know is the police was out there surrounding a car with a whole hole in the back seat of the window that was gone. The child got hold to the pum muscle was in the bag, in the console. Don't know where that was at. But they accidentally shot their own mother, their parent. They accidentally pum their parent. Parent is unalived. Again, I don't know who it is. She has not been identified. But this happened in Memphis, Tennessee. I send my condolences out to the family. Parents, y'all better start putting that shit up. Stop leaving them things in the car. Stop leaving them around. Period. Stop leaving them around. Because these kids, they be playing with the toy ones. And they see them on TV. And they don't know that this shit is actually, once you get hit with one of these, you gone forever. You in the upper room. Y'all know.
This is an allegation of murder in 2 separate charges.
In the distance behind me, you can see the memorial taking place for 8-year-old Mila Chapman and 10-year-old Amor Wilson.
It's alleged in this matter that the defendant did cause the death of her 2 daughters. The badly decomposed bodies of the 2 little girls were found in shallow graves in Cleveland in suitcases.
It was an unusual sight to see as Henderson walked in, stood at the podium, and throughout the entire arraignment, 6 officers stood behind her and she didn't speak. The prosecution noted that the girls' bodies were decomposed and put in suitcases in shallow graves, while the defense argued that Henderson has no criminal history. But in the end, the judge set bail.
Bond will be $2 million.
As we wait for the next hearing, the community continues to gather and a memorial grows for those little girls, many asking the same questions. Why and how could this happen?
I want her to tell us what happened.
This is Sirach chapter 39, verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes, and in the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. I want to start off by giving all glory and praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles for teaching us this truth. Peace and blessings to the brothers pushing the word throughout the 4 corners. Peace and blessings to the elect scattered throughout the 4 corners of the earth. I'm the brother Karab coming at you, man, with another spiritual quick hit just pertaining to, spirit of vengeance for you wicked Eves out here, man, for you women, okay? And the reason why heavy judgment, is befalling upon you women, because you live your life in great pleasure, okay? You all about fun. You all about turning up, man. It's already getting warm, and these women ain't even, man. It's always something, man. You can't even speak on a woman for a long time no more, because at this point, man, hey, they just do the same shit, all right? They do the same shit, man. And then you got the woman at the end of the video talking about, why did it happen? I just want to ask her, why? Because, like the scriptures tells you in Sirach 39 and 28, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, all right, which in their fury lay on sore strokes in the time of destruction. They pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them, all right? So ultimately, it's the Lord, man, bringing, these evil spirits upon these people, man, okay? Let's go ahead and get Psalms 68 and 20. He that is our power is the power of salvation. And unto the Lord belongeth the issues from death. Okay? Let's go ahead and get another one. All right? This is Proverbs 20 and 24. It says, man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? Okay? Now you know that your steps are ordered by Yahweh Shema Shai. So the Lord put the spirit on this woman to execute her kids, right? And also the Lord put the spirit on the kid to execute her mother. To execute their mother with the firearm that was left in the car, man. Two horrific videos, man. Okay? This is why you should fear Yahweh Shema Shai. This is why you should fear the Lord, man. This is why you shouldn't play with Yahweh Shema Shai, because the Lord is not nothing to play with, man. All right? The Lord is not nothing to play with. You don't want to fear the Lord. You don't want to acknowledge him. And it's mainly, guess what, it needs 2 Israelites, man. 2 Israelite women. What did they do to be put in a situation like this? Let's get Isaiah 1 and let's start at verse 3. It said, the ox knoweth his owner and the ass his master's crib. These are animals. All right, stubborn animals at that, but they know who their owner is. They know who to give glory to. All right, when they need to eat, when they need to get fed, they know who to go to, man, for their needs. But Israel doeth not know, my people doeth not consider, man. So the Lord compared these animals to our people, you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Indians. And the Lord said, you do not consider. Okay? And who do you not consider? You don't consider him. You're not living your life in fear of Yahweh Shema Shai. Okay? Because if you did, certain judgments wouldn't even happen unto you. That horrific judgment, that crazy-ass judgment happened unto those women because ultimately they was wicked. This is Isaiah 1 and verse 4. It say, a sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity. Okay? And what is iniquity? Sin you can repent from. You sin, you don't do it again. But iniquity, it's an ongoing thing of sinning. And you know it's wrong. So those, like the Lord, he hated iniquity. Right? It say, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. They have forsaken the Lord. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger, and they are going away backward. It say, why should ye be stricken anymore? Ye will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick and the whole heart faint, man. This is sick behavior, man. To find 2 of your kids in a suitcase decomposed, man. Killing your kids, man. But guess what? The scriptures talks about that. Okay? The scriptures talk about that. And it say the whole heart fainteth. That's why our people need deliverance, man. Our people need deliverance. Because if they keep staying here, man, they ultimately just gonna, you know, they're gonna just bug out, man, and do a lot of bug out shit. Okay? That's why the Lord is gonna bring salvation upon for our people. But before that, Israel got to get judged for not hearkening unto the Lord, for not hearing his words. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. And I'm going to read verse, start at verse 10. It's saying, with all deceivableness, right, of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth. What is love? Keeping the commandments. And that they might be saved. It said, for this cause, Yahweh Shema Shai shall send them strong delusion. All right, going back to those spirits. They be created for vengeance. All right. The Lord putting a dark spirit on you. Okay. A spirit that's profane, that's outside of the temple. Pretty much a reprobate mindset. That they should believe a lie. That they all might be damned who believe not the truth. So this is the reason why a lot of you people, while a lot of our people, let me speak for Israel in particular, because this is who this word was preached unto. All right. That's why a lot of our people always be in these effed up situations, man. Because they don't believe in Yahweh Shema Shai. They keep on despising the word of the Lord. She did not know that this was going to be her end. She looked puzzled. Look at her face. You pay attention, you rewind the video to the beginning. Look at her face, man. She like, what the fuck? And that's how the Lord will do you. You know, whenever you don't want to hearken unto his words, whenever you don't want to examine yourself, work on yourself, all right, you think you will know it all right, you think that all is well, you think that you're perfect, man, the Lord gonna show you otherwise, man. He gonna show you how much you've been pissing his ass off, man. You know? Damn, kids in the suitcase and the woman dead in the car for leaving the firearm in there. Out of all the things the kid could have touched, man. Then you know that it was an execution from Yahweh Shai, from the God of the Bible, man. And a lot of executions is going to keep happening, man. A lot of judgment is going to befall upon our people, all right? Because as long as you live Israel, you are sworn to uphold the law, statutes, and commandments of these scriptures, no matter where you at. And our people fail to understand that. You're hold to that every day you wake up. Fuck Esau's system. You're hold to the ordinance of Yahweh Shai as an Israelite. You can call yourself black. You can call yourself Negro. You can act like the Israelite. Your inheritance doesn't matter unto you, but it matters to the Lord, and you still are hold to that as long as you live. And that's what you don't understand. That's why judgments fall heavily on our people, man. Because you're the people that's supposed to be wise. You're supposed to be outstanding. You're supposed to be a people of wisdom. So therefore, things are going to keep happening to our people until they wake up, man. Until they understand. Should it be too late then? 2 Thessalonians 2, and reading verse 11, it said, for this cause the Most High shall send them strong delusion that they should believe a lie, that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. Okay? This is Jeremiah 6:30. It says, reprobate silver shall men call them, because the Lord have rejected them. Okay, and the Lord is rejecting 2/3 of our people. All right, the Lord don't care about 2/3. They have fully conformed their ways to be an American civilian, man. And the Lord ain't dealing with that. All right? They have fully took on the culture of America, man. And the Lord ain't dealing with that, man. We have laws, statutes, and commandments to uphold. We have order within our lives, and it's time to show that. It's time to stand up and be a man of God, man. Whether that's one man or man, him or her, it don't matter, man. The Lord commands us to be mature, to grow up, man. And if we don't grow up, and if we don't understand that this Bible has everything to do with us, then judgments are going to befall upon us, and the Lord is going to reject those that don't fear him. All right? So let's go into that word reprobate, because you don't want to be called that, man. A reprobate? Whew. This is reprobate in the New Oxford American Dictionary. It goes into an unprincipled person, often used humorously or affectionately. It say a sinner who is not of the elect, all right? The A1 day ones, all right? The Lord's elect, the ones that's going to fear and keep the commandments, man. It said, and is predestined to damnation. So you're not of the elect, you're not of the Lord's chosen, you're going to be predestined to damnation, man. Ultimately, whatever judgment will fall upon you for your disobedience, all right? This is Proverbs 9:13. Say, a foolish woman is clamorous, she is simple and knoweth nothing. All right? Yeah, I was getting on the nation of Israel in this lesson. But ultimately, man, hey, still dealing with the woman, too, just to get back on that subject, you know. These women just foolish, man. You leave your gun in the car for your kid to play with it. Now he done shot your ass. Hey, that's the Lord, man. You fucking get a demon on you. Now you put 2 of your daughters in a suitcase and decompose them. Just fucking wicked. You know? That's why the Lord said a woman is foolish. She's simple. She knows nothing. That's why a lot of you women need a man of the Lord, man. You need order. You need guidance. All right? And you could tell the daddy wasn't around. So she was able to execute that just on her own. You know, this is just wicked, man. All right? Let's get Job 39:13 in the Message version, okay? And this topic in this scripture is really going into how the Lord compared the woman to an ostrich, okay? It said the ostrich flaps her wings, fertility, all those beautiful feathers, but useless, you know? That's why the Lord said, desire not a woman, you know, for pleasure. You know, don't desire her, don't look at her and be like, oh, she's just so beautiful. Don't desire her for her beauty, man. It's what she can do. Can she listen? Can she follow order? All right. Is she on that hot girl summer shit? She on that Megan Thee Stallion mentality and Cardi B behavior? You gotta let her go. She don't want no man. She a feminist. All right. She into girls. Man, hey man, let that hoe go, man. Excuse my French. Let her go, man. Because ultimately, man, hey, this ain't right. You know, you don't want that. You don't want to deal with that wretched behavior, man. You don't want to deal with that headache. All these women beautiful, but they got problems, every last one of them. Because Esau done turned these women out, right? Let's get this precept. This is 1 Timothy 5:15. For some are already turned aside to Satan. And you see that, man, just with their behavior, all right? Going back to Job 39 and verse 13 again. The ostrich flaps her wings, futility, right? All those beautiful feathers, but useless. She useless, man. She can't do nothing. Can't cook, clean, can't be quiet, nothing. Don't know the names of the Lord, nothing. She lays her eggs on the hard ground, leaves them there in the dirt, exposed to weather. It's talking about her kids, man. Number one, you left your kid in the car. You know, left your gun in the car. It just is, you know. And then on top of that, man, hey, these women putting damn their kids in damn suitcases, man. This shit is crazy. Don't give no goddamn two fucks about their children, man. You know? Just in vain. And I'm going to get that precept. I'm going to end it off with that too. Because that's a vain mentality that a lot of these people just have. They just created in vain. So that's why it's easy for the Lord to judge a lot of these people as well. And a lot of these women, you know, are going to be first-hand judged because they just live their life in pleasure. It said, leaves them there in the dirt, exposed to weather, not caring that they might get stepped on or cracked. It means they don't give a damn about their kids so much to where they don't care if their kids live or die. All right? Or trampled by some wild animal. She neglect with her young as if they weren't even hers. And you got a lot of these women treat their kids like they friends with them, you know? A lot of these mamas, big mama, a lot of these women turned out, man. They don't have a sense of order no more. They don't have a sense of moral or principle behavior. The whole house is just out of order, all right? Because the man is not in it. The order, the real order is not in it, all right? These women don't have no self-respect, no examination about themselves, man. They can't even humble themselves, you know? She neglect with her young as if they weren't even hers. She cares nothing about anything but herself. She wasn't created very smart. It's cold, man. And these the Lord's words, man. All right? These the Lord's words. Because in Job, in the other translation of the KJV, he said he deprived her of wisdom. But in the MSG, it's simplified and it says she wasn't created very smart. That's for sure. That's for sure. I wish I can yell this shit right now, man. That's for sure, man. All right? That's a sense of humbling right there. It said wasn't giving her share of good sense. Whoo. Man. This need to be a title. Excuse me, I'm turned up, man. It need to be a title. Wasn't giving her share of good sense. That's what I might title this lesson, man. MSG of Job 39, all right? And 17, man. Yeah, 17. She wasn't giving her good sense, man. But when she runs, oh, how she runs. Laughing, thinking everything a joke. Leaving horse and rider in the dust. Man. Might well close the book on that, man. Cut the woman in pieces with that one. So Rock 25 and 19, all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. And these scriptures, it ain't more so of just trying to cut the woman, you know, like He-Man Woman Haters Club or some shit. But this is a book of instruction on what not to be and what to be, man. That's why it's very important to get into these scriptures. Because the reason why judgment will fall upon our people, because they don't get into these scriptures. They don't seek Yahweh by Shema Shai. They don't want order in their life. And a person that don't want order, right, you don't want to be a part of. You don't want to have no relations with. This is Sirach 25:19. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. All right? But a man that feareth the Lord is going to escape from her. Okay? That's what the precept said. A man that feareth the Lord ain't going to escape from a woman like this. See, Sirach 25:21. Stumble not at the beauty of a woman and desire her not for pleasure. All right? Sirach 25:22. A woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach. It's all about maintaining your man, man. All right? Because if you're not doing that, man, hey, you're pretty much rogue. All right? You're bringing distress upon your husband, man. Sirach 25:23. A wicked woman abateth the courage, maketh an heavy countenance, and a wounded heart, man. All right? Hey, it kind of do wound your heart a little bit, man. Just, you know, her killing her kids, man. You know, even though you know this judgment from the Lord, fucking no emotion. But, man, just it's a horrific sight, man, because you got brothers and families out there that believe in Yahweh Shema Shai that have kids. You pray for your kids. You put oil on your kids. You bless your kids. These parents out here, these 2/3 ain't doing that, man. So it's like it make you damn near pray for your family more. Because just to wake up and put your 2 daughters in a suitcase is fucking crazy, man. Or you get shot by your daughter because or you get shot by your child because you ain't paying attention to what you got in your car. Sirach 25:23. But all this happens to wicked women, wicked people. It say a wounded heart, a woman that will not comfort her husband in distress, make it weak hands and feeble knees. All right, you good for nothing if you don't comfort your husband, man. All right, that's why the Lord's bringing heavy judgment upon our people. All right, this is Ezekiel chapter 9, starting at 4. It said, the Lord have said unto him, right, unto the angel, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. So that's the elect. All right, that's what the elect is going to be doing. The elect men, the 144,000, and also you women, right, that consist of the 1/3, you men, women, and children. Okay. Because you got women that's going to be saved in these last days as well, too, and children as well, too, man. All right, and the ones that sign and cry, living their life in obedience to Yahweh Shema Shai will be delivered, okay? And it say to the others, he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids, young women, and little children, and women. So it said women 2 times. Why is that? Because a lot of these women, they live their life in pleasure. They live their life carelessly, okay? And the Lord is going to judge a lot of these hard-headed women for that. It said, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they begin at the ancient men which were before the house, okay? And ultimately, what it said, judgment must first begin with Israel, and you see that, man. You know, the Lord is judging our people for their foolish behavior, man, for their careless living, okay? Let me get Baruch 4:1, and then I'm going to get Wisdom of Solomon 3, and starting at verse 9, read 10, and close it out. This Baruch 4:1, this is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. Simple, man. So if you keep the ordinance of Yahweh Shema Shai, if you seek Yahweh Shema Shai, if you want order in your life, you want deliverance, you want salvation, right? You're inquiring about how the righteous should be saved. Hey, you're ultimately going to be delivered, man. You're gonna come to life, man. All right. His word is going to bring you back to life, man. Back to life, to your inheritance, man. Back to who you are. But if you leave it, you're going to die quickly, fastly. Judgment, because the Lord is not playing. As we get more into the end game, the Lord is going to intensify his judgment, and it's just going to be quick and smooth, man. All right? Because the Lord tired of talking. He's tired of warning you Israelites, man, especially you hard-headed women. He's tired. It's Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, starting at verse, I'm going to start at 9. It say, they put their trust in him, which is Yahweh Shai, shall understand the truth. And such as be faithful in love shall abide with him, for grace and mercy is to his saints, and he have cared for his elect. But the ungodly shall be punished according to their own imaginations, which have neglected the righteous and forsaken the Lord. For whoso despiseth wisdom and nurture, he is miserable, and their hope is in vain, their labors unfruitful, and their works unprofitable. Their wives are foolish, their children wicked. It said their offspring is cursed, wherefore blesses the barren that is undefiled, which have not known the sinful bed. She shall have fruit and the visitation of souls, man. All right? And ultimately, man, a lot of these children, right, they are monsters because of the ultimate great monster being in the household. The unstable creature is in the household. So if she unstable, then her kid's gonna be unstable. That's why it's very important to have a man of the Lord in the house, man. To structure it, to build it brick by brick. And he'll be down to let that shit get broken down, man. If you inside joke. Just because he don't like the way another person talk. Little inside joke. But yeah, man, for real. You know, that's why you need a strong man in the household, man. That's gonna lay down that order. Because it's like, man, when there's no order in the house, man, you see just what can easily befall upon these women out here, man. All right? But ultimately, guess what, man? You can't protect these hoes, man. You can't save these hoes, especially if Yahweh Shema Shai want them to be judged. Because guess what? You think you're mad at them, man. The Lord been mad at them. Before they met you, they still was wicked, and they still wicked now. So it's like, hey, that's why their heavy judgment is going to befall upon these women, okay? And you just have to move out the way if you a man of the Lord, man. If you doing what the Lord told you to do, you keep going, man, and keep doing it, all right? And let the Lord deal with these wicked women, okay? Because, you know, yeah, he's going to deal with them. So that's all that I have. Shalom.